Closed, but not today as the sun is out here at NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. To throw is Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Third and long. It's Ryan.
Come on, dude. It's all up in my way. Wow, this fucking game, dude.
And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey. Because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
After the interception, here's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darren Lee. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Watson. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he's brought down.
Come on, Julio, block.
Across the 20-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
40 down, ready, like 25. Okay, 59, ready. Ready, set.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Alpha.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Let's go.
To throw again, Ryan. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard.
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back. Check 31, check 58. Check.
Now Gurley. Gurley's got the first down and then some. And finally down at the 9-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. And that's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yards, they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And that'll bring up a second and goal. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. An extra defensive back on the field here for third and goal. From the gun, it's Ryan. Flush to his right.
Oh, come on, Matt Ryan.
Incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert. And that last incompletion brings up fourth. Now Gostkowski will come on to try a field goal. And the 13-year man puts it through. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Out of the gun, Watson.
Oh, my God. What?
And able to get this one across the
linebacker is not slow.
before he's brought down. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on.
And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. From the 50, it's Watson. On the catch, it's Duke Johnson. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
You ain't doing nothing today. Wahoo. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. It's
Oh, good
Swings
dude.
it out to his
Fucking
running back.
bullshit. Fuck this
10
game,
yards there,
dude.
good enough for a Texan first down.
Fuck this game.
Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Falcons' 30-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go, D. Let's go. 43 is the mic.
Here's Watson.
Oh, what?
Oh, look at that.
What?
Catch. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
I'm coming for you. You mine.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Eluding the pressure right. And he's in. It's a Houston Texans touchdown.
Brandon, I think we have to look back at the big call to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, that set up everything, and the end result, the short touchdown run. Correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think every coach would have gone for it back there.
You and I both know every coach would not have gone for it back there, so that's showing a little bit of faith, actually showing a lot of faith in his team, and it was rewarded.
Let's spit up this for itself.
Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Yesterday I clicked on it, and
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Well, I don't know, son. I'll have to go look. I don't know off the top of my head.
Today I was going to play it, and then
That's set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way,
they keep
right?
holding
It's
me on
almost
these
like the bounty
runs,
ball is
man.
the
Why do you keep
setup punch.
falling?
As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
Maybe a little gas, right?
yeah, a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Wait. Give me some. Give me some.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10.
Let's go.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside.
Oh, my God.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Ryan hit, and he lost the football.
And a little bit of good
Wide
fortune
open.
there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Down. Ready. We're ready. 55. Who that? Mark 55. Mark 55. Exit. Mark 55.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Ryan.
And he drops it.
And that will be incomplete.
Come on!
They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
Come on, man.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were
Oh my God, dude, make a play, team.
Up in their own territory,
Shit.
Why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again is Watson.
Oh, yeah, come on, dude.
And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Escaping the pressure right.
What?
He can run for it, and he will.
Dude, come on, man.
Bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Set. 19. Alert. 54. Hey, they're scared. They're scared.
On first down, Watson. And he finds
What the
Howard
fuck?
complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Now Watson.
Wow,
Hits
come on.
his target, it's Kenny Stills. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
So nobody's going to fucking
Fresh
play
set
pass
of
coverage.
downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
54, Mike. 54, Mike. Check.
On first and 10, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
It's going to be a long day.
Now Watson throwing again. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
And he gets the ball. Fuck, dude. Come on, game.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Echo. Mike 54. Mike 54. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Again, it's Watson looking for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. No one attempted or made more field goals than Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. But I'll guarantee you, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use them a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Where are you going?
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my
Man,
football.
what the fuck, dude?
And it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Matt Ryan, that's the worst fucking pass ever.
I understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. A quick throw here out to Cobb. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback.
Why the fuck are they not rushing?
Now a timeout signaled for him.
God damn, I
10 seconds to go before halftime.
Bro, this game is crazy. That's crazy, man.
Set. 19. 43. Watch twist. Check the backer. 74.
On second down, Washington. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Fairbairn able to put this one through. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
This is fucking crazy.
It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Set. 19. Check. 43. Tackles.
And that's complete to Cooks.
God damn it, dude.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
Set. 19. I got you. Check safety. Line him up.
On first, here's Washington. Darren Lee there to get him down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Watson. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Darren Lee able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Well, throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder,
3
what do punters
fucking points.
do
Come on,
during the
man.
course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Now,
Really, dude? Don't block at all?
Start as he'll drop him for a loss of 4. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Ryan back into his end zone. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 14 yards there on a Falcon 1st down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
And now a throw on 1st
I
down.
knew it was a cover 2. Why the fuck would it not
despite the scoreline,
be in a
I
cover
think
2?
they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road in just one big
Oh,
play
they're on
away
the
from
right
getting right back in this
play,
game.
man.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
What the? What?
Intercepted a 3rd time.
What?
Picked off by Eric Murray. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard
Man,
line.
you gotta be shitting me, dude.
The
They're
Texans
just fucking.
offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Oh my God, they're just.
You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get out on the
Where the
scramble
fuck
there.
is everybody
He's
at,
second on the
dude?
couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
What?
Throw again on 2nd down. Watson.
Dude.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. In for the score. And the Texans turn that interception into a touchdown. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being confident.
That doesn't make any fucking sense.
With his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. He goes full extension, and he's got it. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Here's Ryan, airing it out, looking for Ridley.
What? Oh my God, dude.
For the 4th time today.
What the fuck, dude?
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback.
Deion Jones can't keep up with the tight end.
Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. Watson now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
From the gun, here's Watson.
What do you do? Look at this shit. That's what I've been doing. That's what happened all fucking game, dude. Go across the field and do just stand there.
15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. The lone second remains now in this 3rd quarter.
What up?
I was wondering if I can play Fortnite in the living room.
Well, you can't. I'm on my account. You can play after I get done.
What can I put on my
On 2nd and 10, Watson caught by Cobb.
Just wait. I'll let you play over here. I got like 5 more minutes.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th.
Hey, what?
We're doing a role play yesterday with Ethan, and he had to get off.
On 1st down, it's Watson. Flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler, Jr. To try again after the sack. Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up second down.
25, 21. Strip that ball. 41's the mic. 41's the mic.
Here's Ryan. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Jordan Reed, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. They go for just 1 here as it's up and good. And that will get them 1 closer. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Mike's 43. Mike's 43. Boom, boom. All day, every day.
Out of the gun, Watson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 28. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Now on 2nd and 16, Watson eluding the pressure right.
Oh, what? Come on!
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd
Bull crap!
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
You ready? You ready? You ready? Hey, watch that, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the flood, watch the flood, watch the flood. Watch the flood, motion, let's go.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson.
Good pass.
It finds his
That was a good pass. I don't know.
And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's
Terrible
made at the
blitz.
Falcons 36. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way.
Ah, I messed it up! Oh, my God.
Get the 1st down and more inside the 20. Touchdown!
Trash.
Duke Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans push further out in front.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit.
Damn, man, they fucked me over, dude.
The wide receivers have to block well.
Came back, just get fucked over.
Carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 45 yards.
41's coming. 41's the mic.
On first down, Ryan.
Man-to-man, come on, dude.
Gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Falcons on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Throwing again, Ryan. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Gostkowski with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Oh, Lord.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that'll get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
Now on 2nd and 13, Watson. Now he'll let it go deep.
What the? Oh, my God, dude. What?
And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God,
As we
dude.
welcome you back, they've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run on first down. It's Washington. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Good gain there on first down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Watson. Dancing to his left.
Get the fuck out of here, dude. Bail this motherfucker out the whole time.
Tackled at the 12. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. On first down, it's Johnson, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Well, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.
So for Houston, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, buddy new. Oh my God. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets and okay. In the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball. This is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the errands need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than habits.
Dante!
Make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no.
Dante!